Hi Adrian, my name is Diego, and I want to ask you some questions about gaming habits.
Hi, Diego. I would likely help you in those questions about the games. Tell me more about it. What are those questions?
The first question is, how will how long you will recommend a teenager between 13 and 16 years to all play video games a day? I will recommend a teenager to play 2 hours a day because it will help him to distress from the homeworks.
Okay, so it could basically help with the homeworks, with taking aside all your conjunctions from the homeworks, from everything, your side hustles, everything you have to do. But I would recommend if you could have like an hour or two. I would agree on you with that, to have 1 hour at least, because I think teenagers from 13 to 16 years could really have like some anxiety, some could be handling depression. And at least for my focus, and I think you could agree on this, that video games could help you even not focus on things that are not important or things that are important. I think video games could really make life like a more enjoyable thing, and in a way that we could all like think or even play with friends, or you could even just take aside everything you have to do just to focus on your game and stop thinking about everything else.
Another thing I think it will help is like in teamwork because it's a, a game of like FIFA you have online and with other persons. It can help you to communicate with other people to get in a in an uh, in teamwork like that.
Like
Let's go.
in a more collaborative way, you mean?
Yes, let's go with the second one. What makes a good video games lead to an addiction? I say that video games can lead to addiction, but like to playing a lot of time, like 9 hours, or by winning a lot. If you win a lot, it can cause dopamine because you are happy that you win. So you will keep playing and playing and playing and playing until you have to play more games to get happy.
Mhm. Yeah, I can agree on that because it had happened to me as well when I was more young, that I had a rule with my friends that in this rule, we couldn't leave the game unless we win. And it could be like a toxic trait if you see it in a way, because you're forcing yourself to win no matter what hour it is. So you are forcing yourself to go to sleep even at 3, 4 a.m., even if in school days, and you're not really thinking about your mental state or your health or everything else. And I think that is not the part of video games. I think the part of video games is just like we said in the past question, to think about how we can relate or think about how can we dissociate with the world, so we could just play with friends and have a good time and laugh. But there's the dark side of video games, if we could call it in that way, because in the dark side we could see these people that, as you said, you can create dopamine, that want to keep on winning and to want to keep on having this track record, and when they don't win they get frustrated, and instead of like getting the stress or like getting away from the world, they are having anxiety and depression problems due to the game and due to the outside world. So sometimes giving too much of that game can make like an addiction and could dissociate you from the world, from your friends, and even your family.
Yes, I agree on that completely. Let's go with the last question and third. Uh, how your game habits have changed over the time? In my case, not a lot. I play some games like I play a long time ago, but I play new games sometimes like Rocket League or something else, and I play often, so not too much have happened.
Okay, can you repeat the question? I got focused on the games instead of the question. What was the question?
Uh, how your game habits have changed over the time?
Oh, I think that my game habits have changed a lot. Like I told you, I think more in when I was young, a little bit young, I had like this toxic trait where we had to play, we had to win, and we had to even get to a level that we compete. And in the fact that we compete in that area or in that community, I think it's a very toxic community in a way that you cannot even make friends due to the fact that you are always competing mentally and physically on the game. So basically, you have to keep on working on yourself and not try to get too focused on these games, even though you're competing on it, even though you're playing just for fun, even though you're playing just in games. I think it's more basically just to have fun, to experience the games, because there, as you know, there are many types of games, and some games could be like more tense or more stressful than others, like Minecraft or whatever, and some others could be more stressful, like online competitive PvP or whatever multiplayer, Call of Duty, zombies or whatever. And this could give you a mental state that it's not like a correct way or in a passive way to go in that way. So basically, I think my games habits have changed since I think I only nowadays I play for an hour or two at maximum because I have to focus on finishing school, finishing my homeworks, finishing my activities, and even keeping up on work and doing what I have to do with the sales and everything else.
Thank you, Ran, for your time and have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.